No, Sirski. That was not what it was giving. It was
Ooh.
another lesson.
It was
okay.
It was a whole other lesson, and that's fine because guess what? It brought me to the journey where I am now, and I'm finally realizing that I am becoming her.
You are now listening to The Mental Breakdown.
What's up, y'all? It's Journey with Jazz and Asia, and we are here for our very first podcast.
Our first podcast. I am super excited. Super excited. How are you feeling today, Jazz?
I'm feeling excited. I'm feeling like, I don't know, like the topic today, I feel like I have a lot to talk about. I feel like, it's going to be a good conversation today. How you feeling?
Really dope. I'm feeling great. Today was a good day. I'm excited. Before all of this, I was trying to talk to Jasmine. I was trying to have conversation and ask her how she was doing. But I was like, wait, let me wait for the podcast until we can record. So We're here. I'm really excited. I think this is a new chapter in our friendship because this is we're starting like a partnership through business kind of, and just a new chapter as far as us, and it kind of goes into what we're talking about today. And today the topic is becoming her. Yeah, we're in that phase,
right? And I don't know. And like you said, like it's just so much to talk about and so much that I got to catch Asia up on, because it's like she said, like we don't talk very often, but when we do, it's like a conversation for like hours. So I'm excited to get into the topic today, and I'm excited to share with you all today.
All right, well, let's just get right into, I guess, really, I was going to say the topic, but let's first get into like a little brief introduction of who we are, like our relationship, like, and I guess like, where we met and all that stuff. Just something real small, real brief. So they have like a basis of us. You can start if you want.
Okay, yeah, well, my name's Jasmine, but my kind of tag name is Journey with Jazz. You can follow me on Instagram at journey.w.jazz and YouTube at Journey with Jazz as well. But those are the things I'm into. So I'm into YouTube, health and wellness, and also both Asia and I are in clinical counseling programs, and we kind of met in undergraduate actually. So we met at a small school in Virginia. We were both in the same degree, and then we just kind of became like, my alma mater. But shout out to seeing you for life. But
not for life.
For lifers. But yeah, we started out there and just kind of got close as college years go, and we became roommates, and we for lifers, okay?
For life, for real. That's my best friend. I told her one day, I said, "You're my best friend."
Yeah, and I was like,
I just went with it, and I said, So I just do. But yeah. So as you all know, well, I don't know if you knew, but my name is Asia. My tag name is, or Instagram handles and YouTube handles are to Asia. Mental health counseling. I go to Blue State University. I'm in their graduate program, and I'm also a graduate assistant there in the counseling department. And as I keep saying, as you know, and you guys don't even know me yet. You might, but you really don't. So yeah, and I'm all about wellness and all about just navigating through these 20s and emerging adulthood. And really, honestly, I think I know we're kind of going to the clinical side just for a second, but I think I want to go into like the emerging adulthood stuff. Yeah. So this period of my life is just really, really exciting to me, just in all scopes of it. So yeah, that's me. And I am excited for all of you to get to know the both of us, my best friend and I, as we start this podcast. So let's get into it, Jazz.
Yeah. Also, I didn't mention, but I also go to North Carolina A&T, Aggie Pride, had to put that in there. I missed that part. She rep Bowie State. I had to put the A&T in there. So we can get started now.
Hey, that's what we do.
Aggie Pride. Anyway. Anywho, topic for today is becoming her. And I feel like, I don't know, I kind of been stepping into that side where I kind of been really focused on my purpose and like what I'm supposed to be here to do. And part of that, is being in counseling and all of that. But then I'm also, with the YouTube that I started, it's geared around health, wellness, consciousness, and becoming that girl, that phrase, that idea of, yeah, right. And becoming just the woman that you always wanted to become, and kind of, I guess, healing my inner child in that way, and becoming like, if I were 5 or 6 right now, I would be looking up to me right now, right? Like younger Jasmine would be like, she's cool. I like
absolutely.
And
Absolutely.
so, yeah, I just feel like that's kind of where I'm moving at, where becoming all that I want to be is becoming very clear. And so with that, it's like all my energy and all of my like intention is geared towards that. And it's getting real in these streets for sure.
Oh, it's definitely getting real. I feel like, well, as far as you talk about getting real, my head automatically went to you talking about how you are getting your own apartment.
Oh yeah.
And all that stuff.
Yeah.
Bill. Adulting.
Adulting.
But I'm not quite there yet in that space. I would say right now, for becoming her with me, it's more so about my confidence. It's more so about my aesthetic. It's more so about how I'm going about with carrying myself. I've always carried myself a certain way, but even more like thinking of myself even higher than I have ever thought of myself, And if you know me already, and Jazz, that I'm a very spiritual person. So I look to, what'd you say?
I said, yeah, we both are.
Oh yeah, definitely both are. But like, I look to be my highest self. And I just want to keep going, keep trying to get to her, because that's what I'm trying to become.
Yeah. And like romanticizing, like romanticizing my life, and like wanting to live this life where, you dream about it, but not a lot of people put the effort or the energy into getting that. Like having my own house off the grid with a tree house on a lake with a huge plot of land and a family, and getting to that goal, or even right here and right now, like taking myself out to dinner, or making sure I always look good, or creating and setting boundaries with people and situations where it's like, that energy ain't right, so you got to keep your distance.
You gotta go. You gotta keep pushing. And I think, that's a part of becoming her.
Right.
Becoming her, I think a lot of people stop it at the looks, right? They stop it at the hair, the lashes, the makeup, and the clothes and the shoes, right? But it's an inner thing, I really feel like. And
I feel like that is like, it gets weird because part of me wants to, put the makeup on and put the lashes on and be glammed.
And that's fine too.
That's fine too. Right. And then part of me also wants to be like, you know what, ground yourself in being confident in who you are when you get up in the morning, like you're beautiful, you're confident, you're amazing without all that extra stuff. Now it's cool and I love it. You see, I got the lashes on now, but it's like, where do you get to the point where it's like, I don't need any of that. Like, I'm me, I'm her, like you can't touch me regardless. And that's where I feel like we're headed.
Well, I guess let's talk about, this is kind of the same thing, but I guess let's talk about becoming her off of social media. Because I think a lot of people look at it as this one cookie cut thing, on social media. And it's like, oh man, okay, my post didn't get that many likes and I don't look like that. Right. So in order to become her, I got to do this, this, and this. And it's like, no, still be yourself,
right?
But I guess let's start talking about that, and like, what are your thoughts on the social media thing, and like how it even can cause depression and so on and so forth?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. For me, social media is always difficult for that reason, because it's like, you can get so caught up in like, oh, I don't look like her. Oh, I don't dress like her. Oh, I don't have the money to do this. And like, you can get so caught up in wanting to be that instead of just, okay, like that's not what I am right now. I may want to even become that, but right here and right now, it doesn't even matter, because for the most part, like social media is fake anyway, if you really want to talk about
it. Y'all. It's so fake.
It's so fake. And it's like, I don't know, for me and my social media and yours as well, it's like I'm kind of getting away from posting for likes and for like this artificial appearance, and more about posting things that are going to help and heal people or promote positivity or ground people in sound mental health and things like that.
Right.
Which, you know, I still want the likes, I still want the comments, I still want the views, because it's like, for me, that means I'm actually impacting somebody instead of like just trying to feed off that, like, I'm that girl type of thing.
Right. And
But I think for me,
I got clout or whatever.
right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And then also like TikTok is a big one for me, because it's like I be seeing all these people on TikTok and it's like, how do they get all these views? How do they get all these likes? And it's like, I'm putting out content where I think it's actually pretty good. Like, it's not, you know, I don't have amazing HD quality, but I think the content that I do put out is like, it's enjoyable to watch. So, you know, I'm deserving of whatever. But then it's like, girl, it's literally a like, right. And I don't even know y'all. I don't even know y'all. Like, it's not even that deep. But how do you feel about it?
I definitely feel like, personally, honestly, I feel like it's a challenge. As I felt like I got to a place where, like, when the pandemic first hit and all that stuff, like, I really got tapped into my spirituality heavy. Because, you know, we all had our alone time and all that stuff. And I really feel like I got to a point where I didn't care about that stuff anymore. Like, of course, I got to the point where I was going to post, but I was going to post whatever I wanted to post. I was going to wear whatever I wanted to wear on my social media, on my YouTube, on my Instagram, with me doing little singing videos and just doing what I wanted to do, right? And not even, of course, I kind of like, you know, okay, I would slick my hair a little bit or put some lip gloss on, but like, I feel like I've moved to a place where, which is good, you know, that you care a little bit more, but in that stage, I was such in a stage of like, I don't care. And it felt so freeing. Like, I don't care. I'm doing it just because I just want to do it. And I don't care what anybody says.
And I've been ruminating on this, like, not ruminating, but more like at this place where external validation is cool. But when I don't feel validated in myself, it just don't hit.
No matter.
It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I feel like now that I'm becoming her, also with having the knowledge of and the experience of, I'm gonna post whatever I want to post. I'm not just posting this cookie cut thing. It's more so moving into the space of, all right, okay, cool. I had that experience and I'm still gonna post what I want to post. But let me add a little, maybe I'll do a little like a trend or something that's trending or whatever, you know, now so more so incorporated. I think I needed that phase. In that period of like just posting whatever and doing whatever because I wanted to do it and not even caring what anybody else said. Yeah. You know, wearing my little big yoga pants or whatever, you know, rocking my locks and going through because that was another part of that journey too, my locks. Oh my gosh, it holds so much spirituality, so much of me, you know what I mean? So
and while you started your lock journey, I cut all my hair off. So that was like a different journey for me too. It was, I think it was a growth journey for both of us. You know, we just took different routes. But
yeah. Wait, she started a lock though. You started a lock.
I started one lock. She in the back. She tucked up right now.
I was gonna say, let us
Frankie. She in the back.
Her name is Frankie. That's funny. Oh, when I went to Jamaica, I named one of the tortoise. I couldn't think of another name. I have a turtle named or a tortoise, named Franklin. And there was a tortoise there. And I asked him, like, do they have a name? Does he have a name? No. So I named the tortoise Frankie.
Was it a girl?
No. I don't know. I don't think they knew. But fun fact, I don't think they knew what it was. Yeah. Well, so Frankie the tortoise is
somewhere living his best life in Jamaica.
So yeah, girl.
I felt that though. I don't know. Like when I just think about becoming her and like growing up, it's also like this period where I'm changing so much that I have to get over the fact that other people aren't going to like it, or that other people are going to be like, she's so different. She's so
different. Oh yeah.
And like, I have my own, anybody who knows me knows I have my own sense of style. If you can't tell already, like I do what I want when it comes to fashion. And
Orange
it's
and
like
purple or blue and purple. I see you. I mean blue and orange.
blue and orange. Yeah, it's okay. It's okay.
Colors.
We got our colors together. But yeah, so it's just like part of that for me is also, like you said, like the aesthetic. Like, how do I want to be perceived? Because at a certain point, I was at this place, I was like, I'm gonna buy this because this is trending, or I'm gonna wear this because I think people are gonna, like the way I look when I wear this. And again, like I was so grounded in that external validation of like, I'm gonna put this on, and if nobody says I look cute today, or nobody says I look pretty today, then
I'm
I'm
not
not
gonna
gonna feel
wear it
it.
anymore.
Huh?
I thought you were gonna say I'm not gonna wear it anymore.
Yeah, or that too. It's like, is it even cute? Because nobody said they liked it. And at the end of the day, for one, people are always going to have their own thoughts and ideas about you, and you can't control that. And for two, does it matter? Like, I
if
put it
you like
on.
it, then that's it.
That's
If you
it. That's
like it,
all.
then you like it, and that's it.
That's
Wear
it.
it,
That's all.
express yourself through your clothing and what you wear, or
Right.
whatever it is that you're worried about, and go on about your day.
Right.
At the end of the day, what makes you feel good might not make somebody else feel good, and that's fine.
Yeah.
That's
But then
fine.
also, now that it's so crazy, because the more I ground myself in who I am and like what I want to wear and what I want to do, the more other people are like, I really like the way you dress, or like your aesthetic is so cool, or like your aesthetic is so therapeutic and so calming. I get that so often.
Because
Like,
it's natural, because
right.
it's authentic, because you're
Right.
just being you. Oh my
Mhm.
goodness.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking about it even more. And I'm just thinking about how becoming her it brings, now I've always been pretty feminine, but it just even brings more, for me at least, it's bringing more of the more feminine,
Oh no, for
I
sure.
I want to wear like heels a lot more.
Oh, I don't know about that.
I'm not, okay, so for me, I'm not saying necessarily to like how some people wear like to the mall or like to the
Right.
amusement park. I don't know why they do that.
No.
Y'all crazy.
Right.
But like, I don't know, like, I like my little heels. I'm not saying like the whole little stilettos that look like this. But definitely want to wear some heels, some small little platforms or something real cute.
And I don't know, maybe it's not heels for me, but I've been feeling this urge to just like I said, like go out. And literally like a couple of weeks ago, I was like, I want somebody to take me on a date. Can somebody please take me out on a date? Like, I just want to go on a date. Like, I just want to get up, look cute, go out, be pretty, eat, get a nice drink, whatever. And I'm like, girl, if you don't take yourself out on a date, like, you don't need no man to, make that experience that you want. And so I think for me, it may not be heels, but I do find that I want to like be put together, and that I want to be more feminine, and that I want to like express myself in a more feminine way. I don't know, maybe you're more feminine. I don't know, maybe it's because your family and your mom and all that, but also you were a cheerleader and I was a basketball player. So it's like,
that's true too.
So it's like, now that I don't play basketball, I have more opportunity to get dressed up and to do what I want to do and things like that.
I need to correct myself. I said platform, but I didn't mean platform because I don't really like platforms like that. But what I was trying to say was the like the thick heel. No, like the thicker heel.
A chunky heel?
Like kind of like a chunky heel.
Like a block?
Like a little block. Like a little block. We like those.
I like those too.
Not the little ones that's like.
No, because those last 5 minutes and I'm taking them off. They're coming off.
They're coming off. I'm not walking in that.
I'm packing shoes in my bag. They're for the pictures and that's it. We're not wearing those all night.
I'm putting my Crocs in my car.
That part. And if I got a big enough bag, it might go in the bag.
And when I drive to the destination too, be sure I'm gonna have my Crocs on while I'm driving. I'm not wearing heels while I'm driving.
Listen, if you wear heels while driving, you're a different person.
Crazy. You're crazy.
I don't know how you do it. I tried one time and I couldn't even you can't even really feel the pedal. So it's like, you'd be like, I was like, yeah, never again. But yeah, I don't know. Heels, they do make me feel more feminine, but at the same time, I'm definitely like a comfort and fashion type of
I
person.
think I'm definitely comfort over I guess fashion.
Yes.
Comfort over cuteness. Like,
well, cute
I
and
don't
comfort. You need
cute
both.
cute at the same time. Yeah, cute, but I don't want to be like cold.
Yeah.
I don't want to be cold. That's one thing.
Yeah.
And I don't want it to be too like squeezing me too tight, you know,
Right.
where I'm uncomfortable, stuff hurt. No, I want to be cute and comfortable.
Right.
Exactly.
And like, I like wearing a cute little, a tight dress sometimes.
Oh, we like a tight dress, but we don't need it when I'm hurting. I can't breathe.
Right, not even that, but it's like, I don't know about you, but when I wear tight dresses, they just be riding up. I'm just like,
maybe in some places that it just be uncomfortable.
Uncomfortable, girl. It'd be cute. Sometimes you gotta do it for the girls. You gotta pop out. But for the most part, I'm a cute and comfort girl. Give me some sneakers. Give me some block heels, because those are damn near sneakers, and we could get something popping. But
so when do you feel like was the start of you becoming that girl or becoming her? Like, what do you think was like okay, we're here?
Like when I arrived or when the journey started? Because I don't even know if I really arrived. I think I'm there, but still, I guess I'm there now, but always still evolving and growing.
Right. I guess my question is the beginning. When do you feel like you're like, okay, I'm just starting my journey. I'm realizing that, oh my gosh, I'm becoming her.
Right. Honestly, I think it started when I moved here. I moved to North Carolina. Obviously, I go to A&T, and it was the first time where I wasn't playing basketball, which anybody who played a collegiate sport, anybody who played sports in general, like even through high school, know that that's like a big time commitment and a big commitment on your body and, just your energy in general. So I stopped doing that. I was away from my family for the first time. I moved to a whole new state. I didn't know anybody. Luckily, I ran into I'm living with one of the girls from back home, which was really ironic, but I didn't know anybody else but them, and they play basketball. So it was like, I never saw them in general. So I was very alone, like more alone than I had ever been in my entire life. And it took some adjustment, but that's when I was like, okay, this isn't fun being with me and myself. Like, I don't like me enough to be with me this much. And so I had to kind of reorient. And that sounds weird to say, because I did like myself.
What do you mean by that?
It's like, I would get in these moods where I just felt really lonely, like sad that I didn't have people around, sad that I didn't have friends. And it was like the first couple of months. Like now I'm cool. Like, I got friends, we go out, we do whatever. But I was sad that, I didn't have my family. I was sad that I left behind all my friends. And I just felt very alone. And I felt like, like I'm just here with me and myself. And it's cool. Like I don't hate myself. I don't dislike myself, but I didn't love myself or like myself enough to be able to sit with myself all day. Like now I'm at the point where I'm like, oh, you trying to come hang? I kind of planned on doing this by myself. Like I'm
having a self-care day.
I'm having a self-care day. I'm having a moment to myself. And that's where I'm at now.
This is a solo date.
That part. This is like, I don't need nobody else's energy involved. And then I also find that now I have to really check who I engage with, because people become very draining now. Like I'll be sitting in a room with somebody, or like in conversation or out with somebody. I'm like, I really feel drained. Like my social meter,
energy vampires.
Right. And my social meter is very much not the same anymore either. Like I can go out every now and again and it's cool, but partying and clubbing and like it's fun and like sometimes, but sometimes like I'd rather just stay in and
watch a movie, watch a series, cook, do some candles, make some candles.
Homework that I've been procrastinating.
Do my homework, okay?
Yeah.
Honestly, let me talk about homework for a second. It's honestly not as hard. Grad school, I kind of like grad school.
I like grad school and I don't like grad school. Like I like the fact that there's definitely more freedom and more autonomy with my time because I only go to class 3 times a week, and it's once a week per class. But at the same time, all this reading, not for me.
I don't have much.
Especially, girl.
I don't have that. Every single time you tell me, I'm like, I don't got that much. I mean, like, of course they assign it, but like, we don't really need. It's not necessary.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Like in undergraduate, they be like, get the book. I'd be like, yeah, okay, whatever. Never
Right.
need the book. But here is like, no, like I have
You need it.
some classes I'm finessing. Some classes it's
quizzes?
No. Then that's the thing too. Like one of my classes, we don't have no quizzes. We just have discussion boards.
I'm saying, so like the reading. Okay, is the reading for discussion boards?
Right. So like we do the reading and then everybody, so it's a group counseling class. So everybody gets assigned a theory and then you teach the theory and then we have like group counseling in class. And like the people who taught the theory are the group leaders. So you read, you do the group thing, and then you do the discussion board. And that's kind of how the class flows. We're supposed to have quizzes, but he ain't give none and I'm not going to ask. So.
And yeah, no, we're not.
No. But other than that, yeah, like graduate school definitely gives me more time, more freedom because I don't be in class that much, but I also it's just a reading.
Yeah. Going back to for a second to like becoming her and like when our journey started or whatever.
I'm about to say, I want to ask you your side of the story.
Yeah. I'm trying to figure out where I want to start because of course something popped in my head.
I think I know.
Read my eyes.
Yeah.
But I'm not sure if I want to get into all that. You know what I mean?
You could disclose without disclosing,
Yeah. When I realized people was playing with me, y'all. When I realized people was playing with Asia,
heavy on the plane.
They was playing with me. They were playing with me. And I think that put me in the mode of, kind of forgetting who I was for a second. I carry myself in a certain way. I think about things in a certain way. And you'll come across some people sometimes and they'll be total energy vampires. You'll have a whole good thing going for yourself, and some people will play with you.
And they're deceptive. It was like, at least from my perspective, I was like, oh, this is a good thing. Like things are, and not even to get into it because that's your story, but like, it was a long journey to get to where she was at. And then when she got there, right. And I was like, when she got there, I was like, okay, God is finally moving in a way where it's like, went through whatever, here's your blessing. But it wasn't, it was another lesson.
It was a whole other lesson. And that's fine because guess what? It brought me to the journey where I am now. And I'm finally realizing that I am becoming her. Now, let me back up because I do feel like I was becoming her before that too.
It's another level.
It's another level. Okay. Yeah. It's another level. Yeah. It's another level. So
and I don't know. I was going to say, like, if I may, the situation involves like a man. And for me, it's like, for some reason, I don't know what it is, but men always take me there. Like, it's like, I'll be.
Oh, they always take you there, right?
They always take you there. And it's like,
take you there.
You there's so much to be learned, especially when you're in intimate relationships with men, because they will show you so much about yourself, like what you're willing to tolerate, what you're willing to stand up for, the boundaries, like, because sometimes you get involved with people and your emotions become so involved that you allow them to overstep your boundaries. And you got to like backtrack a little bit. Like, wait a minute, you special, but you're not that special. Like,
and when we say take you there, are you talking about like take you from here to
another level?
Yeah. We talk about another level. We're not necessarily saying they take us there like, oh, they get me to this place where I get so angry. No. Yeah, we're saying we go through experiences, right, with people in general, and we have those experiences. And as we continue to grow as individuals and young women, we elevate higher. It's nothing that's pushing me back. At this point in my life, as a young woman, as a 23-year-old woman, at this point, nothing is going to push me backwards because I already realized my purpose for myself. And I'm realizing that I'm experiencing people, anybody, men, whoever, friends, whoever. I'm experiencing people and I'm experiencing situations and I'm realizing, okay, well, that didn't work out and I didn't like when that happened and da da da, but it's not pushing me back as maybe it would have done when I was, I don't know, 16, 17 years old. It is now only elevating me higher and I'm appreciative. Of course, sometimes those situations suck or whatever the case may be in the moment. Then I might feel some type of way or whatever. Bless you. But in the end, I always win. Like not in a competition as far as anybody, but I always win as far as like I always elevate. My life becomes better because I'm learning.
Yeah, and
I can't even be angry at certain things because it's just like
it is what it is.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Thanks for the experience.
Heavy on the thank you. Like the experience is like
much gratitude.
It when you say like it doesn't backtrack you, it's like I don't get in this emotional state where like I'm sad or I'm like distraught over this person. It's more like, okay, like this didn't work out. It obviously didn't work out for a reason. And then a bit of like self-reflection, like what is my part in this situation, and what's their part in the situation, and how do I move forward with whatever I've learned and gleaned from this person. And like I was saying, like for me, like men will always take me there because it's like for some reason my emotions get involved and I'm like, oh well, this is fun, this is cool, like I really like you, like this is really nice, and then you start doing some weird shit and I be having to people like, wait a minute, hold up, wait a minute, this was not that. And then I really gotta self-reflect and like, this is not what I thought this was. And I think also a lot of reflection for me as of recently, I've been like, okay, I'm trying to elevate to this place. Like I made a vision board and I have all these goals where, and in all honesty, I'm trying to meet the love of my life. Like whoever my boyfriend is, yeah, and she knows like I wasn't always there. She knows I wasn't always there.
Not. Oh, that's so I'm so happy to hear that. Okay.
Yeah, so that's where I'm at now. So it's like all these like men and like these weird energies coming in. It's like I gotta check you at the door. Like, do you have a wristband? Because
you have a wristband. Back it up, back it up, back it up. For real. Not even a joke.
Not a joke at all. Like, because it's just like I said, like men will really take me there where it's like my emotions, when I love somebody or I begin to like somebody, my emotions get involved so heavily. And it's like sometimes I will like allow you to cross certain boundaries, or I will allow certain things that I won't allow from other people.
I let little stuff slide.
Right. And then you let enough slide and now you downhill. And I'm like, all right, well now you got to go.
Yeah. And it's like, it don't even gotta be like that. It doesn't have to be like that because you don't even have to. We didn't have to. Why?
Why?
Why? It didn't even have to be all that. You know what I mean? But look, I read this quote today. I was looking at an email. So, like I said, I'm a graduate assistant at Bowie State. So somebody sent me an email, and at the bottom, you know how they'll have like little quotes or something at the bottom. Somebody said, or Louise Jackson. I don't know who that is. Do you? Okay, Louise Jackson once said, a woman who knows what she brings to the table is not afraid to eat alone. I had to take a picture of that today. I said, I need to take a picture of that because it reminded me of my solo date last week. Because that's very specific of course, the situation the going out solo date. Right. But as a more so, I can't get my words together. As a more so, I don't know. I'm sorry. But I really liked the quote when I saw it because it's just like, yes, a woman who knows her worth, who knows what she brings to the table, is not afraid to eat alone. And guess what? I'm about to be on this journey called life alone. Yes, I might find a mate. Yes, I have family members, but at the end of the day, I'm the person who controls my life. I'm the person who is on this journey of me, for me. And yeah, I just like that. I don't have much else to say.
When I heard that quote, it was more like I just said, like, do you have a wristband? Like, you can't just come sit at the table with any and everything. Like, I know what I bring to the table. I done brought the mashed potatoes, the green beans, the yams, all that. And you just gonna bring me some turkey? I don't even eat meat.
Oh, I don't even. You're gonna bring some ham. You're gonna bring some bacon.
Chicken wings? I think not.
Oh.
And no shame to anybody who eats meat, but me and Asia, we are vegetarian, plant-based, pescatarian type of thing. So we don't really indulge in those things. So it's like when you bring that to the table, you knew that's not what I was eating. You knew that that's not what it was giving.
And you tried to act like it was some type of, you tried to falsify what it actually was. You tried to act like it was plant-based, like it was some plant-based meat.
I want it.
And I found out it was real.
Okay.
I found out it was real.
And so, yeah, it's like you can bring what you want, but at the end of the day, this table is going to be, for one, if you're not bringing something that adds to my life, or we can create together.
Like, don't falsify.
Like I said before. You said what?
Like, don't falsify it. Don't lie.
Right. And cover it up like something that it wasn't. Because I think that was your situation where it was like, he seemed like this perfect person. Like, this is it. No, Sirski. That was not what it was giving.
Woo.
But also, I'm kind of in that situation right now too, where it's like, you're the person that you kind of said you were, but you're not the person that I thought you were for me. So no, it's the same situation.
Okay.
Yeah. But and maybe in future podcasts, we can start.
We might get into
more into it. You feel me? But just for for right now, I've just been trying to really hone in on my energy and like who gets my energy and what type of energy am I receiving, because when the place I'm trying to go and becoming that girl is like, not everybody can be around. And like, I have I'll put out love and light and all that, because at the end of the day, we getting that back. That's always going to come back to me. But I'm not just accepting any energy from anybody anymore, I wasn't always like that. Like, I used to be like, oh, like, he's cute. Like, I kind of like his vibe. Cool. But now it's like, no, I like your vibe, but what are you really about? And what do you bring to the table? Because, where I'm trying to go, I'm trying to be wealthy.
Oh, period. Millionaire
energy, and I'm 23. And so it's like, when I think about it, 5 years from now, I'll be 28. That's a long time. And where I'm headed and where I'm going, I need somebody, or, not even need somebody, but if somebody's going to be in my life, you got to be on this goal, on this journey of like, okay, I'm trying to accomplish this, and this. And, not that everything needs a time restraint, but I'm pushing it. Like, I'm going for it. Yeah. And if you're not on that vibe, if you're not on that time, like, that's cool.
That's the goal, my boy. That's the goal. Or whoever. You got to go.
That's to go, But, and that's the biggest thing for me, I think, when I've been thinking about becoming who I want to be in who I really, can become, is watching my energy, guarding my energy at all times. Because that's the biggest thing for me.
Yeah,
girl.
All right. So do we have a tip of the day? Are you ready to get into that?
A tip of the day?
Yeah.
Regarding like becoming who you want to become?
Yeah.
That girl?
I guess becoming that girl. I am that girl, growing into the woman of my dreams. Do we have a tip? My tip.
Oh, go ahead.
My tip would definitely be to, going back to what we said earlier, like, be yourself. Literally, I have, if you know my brand, Earth to Asia Wellness, www.earthtoasia.com. I have coffee tea mugs, and they literally say, it's simple, just be you. Be yourself. Be yourself, and your light is going to shine through. I really do believe that. And I think people will appreciate you more, and you'll appreciate yourself more, and your journey more, and just your growth more, if you just be yourself.
Yeah. And I think sometimes, like, that sounds very simple, and it also sounds, very elementary, like, be you, cool, whatever. But
it's the truth.
It's the truth. And also, like, I actually shot a YouTube video today talking about self-awareness and how that's kind of helped me in my self-love and self-worth and evolution and that journey and all that good stuff. And I
Mm-hmm.
think the number one thing for me was like, in being myself, I had to become more aware of who I was, because I didn't, like I said, when I moved here, that's kind of where it all started. And I didn't really like myself as much as I should, because I didn't really know myself, like I didn't really know this person or this situation is going to affect me in this way. So
Mm-hmm.
I need to keep my distance, or I need to I need to become more involved in those things, because my energy is being drained by work, school, whatever. I need to start implementing certain things that are going to keep me uplifted, keep me fulfilled.
Mm-hmm.
So I think part of that, just being you, is really tapping into who you are and really understanding who you are at a very integral level, where it's like, people cannot tell you who
Who
you
you
are,
are. Oh my goodness.
or
Ooh.
try to impress their ideas about you on you,
Mm.
because it's like, no, I
I
said
will
that's not
never, ever, let me say something real quick. I will never, ever, ever have somebody try to, ever again, have somebody think they know me better than I know myself. I will never, ever allow that to happen again. I cannot believe, and this is what I mean by going back to what I was saying before, kind of forgetting who you are. I will never, ever allow that to happen again.
Yeah.
And it's like, sometimes you get so caught up into stuff and emotions will override what your brain is telling you.
Mm-hmm. Your
But
intuition will tell
yeah,
you right every time,
they will tell you
and
right
you
every
just be
time.
like, I don't really want to listen to you right now.
Because guess what? Look, sometimes those red flags are heart shaped, and they're heart shaped, and you have to use your brain. Use your
Yes.
brain. Just use your
And
brain.
like,
I would never, ever, ever allow that to happen again. I know myself better than anybody else knows me, and that's period.
and not even like what you're saying, I wholeheartedly agree with. But like I was saying, like your intuition, like some things be like, girl, you better stop. You better get yourself up out of there. And I'd be like, man, no, because your intuition just so quiet and it's so gentle, and it's just like,
You feel it in your stomach. You feeling it right
right. And
here.
like sometimes it just be like very little, like sometimes it'd be strong, be like, girl, you got to go. And sometimes it'd be like, I don't think you should do that. And I'd be like,
Right.
but I'm gonna do
But
it
at the same
anyway.
time, it's kind of different. So like I think I'm okay, but
Right. Until it comes out where it's like, you know what? I still listen.
this has gone on long enough.
Right.
You need to wrap it up. Wrap it up.
Yeah. And that's the thing, like people are going to tell you what they want to tell you, but at the end of the day, you have to know you better than anybody else. Because it's people are going to try you, and they're going to try and
play with you.
They're going to play with you, and they're going to try to put an impression on you that's like, this is who you are. And it's like, well, I don't want to be that.
I don't want to be that. That's not me.
Right.
That's not me. And I'm telling you, stop trying to change me, bro. Stop trying to change me, bro, or sis, or,
whoever.
Stop. Right.
You guys to, and then I think those people aren't even grounded in who they are.
They are. Oh my gosh. You can't even lead yourself out of
a paper bag.
You can't lead yourself out of a brown, wet paper bag. You cannot lead your own self out of it. And yeah, you trying to lead somebody else, trying to tell somebody else what to do. You don't even know yourself.
Right.
Ooh,
and then that's where it comes from. People trying to impress themselves on you because they don't even like have an impression of themselves for themselves.
People do that when, try to reflect. They reflect with their insecurities and their stuff onto other people.
And I've always stood by the idea that like hurt people. So, if somebody ever is coming at you with some negative energy or coming at you with some things that you don't necessarily align with, it may be because, they're not in a good place. They're not in headspace. And going along with that is like, I really have learned to stop taking things personal. Like, that's rule number uno. And when we read the 4 agreements, I had to reread that. And I'm like, yes, like I really like, it takes time. And, I still do it sometimes. When people say things about you and you internalize it, but it's like, I'm not internalizing anything that doesn't serve my highest purpose or my highest good anymore. At least I'm not trying to, I'm a human being and we all,
Things
do
happen. Yeah.
But for the most part, I really tried to, take a step back and analyze, like, does that really align with who I am or who I want to be? And if not, then gotta go.
Yep. Well, did you have another tip or was that good enough?
No, I think we got a little bit off the tip, to be honest.
Just a little
But
bit. It's okay.
it's okay. All has a good purpose. So
Yeah.
but no, I think that was it. Just like be yourself, and being yourself, like be self-aware of who you are in actuality and stand strong in that. Don't let nobody tell you any differently.
All right. Well, if you don't have anything else to say,
I think this was a great first podcast.
I loved it.
I do. And I don't know, like I get something out of not only talking to you, but also just being able to talk about these things. Cause like I said, like I'm usually alone. So it's like, I have these conversations with myself and I enjoy them. Like we, we for lifers for real. You know what I'm saying? But to have this conversation with somebody else and then also sharing it with other people, I feel like it's gonna be dope.
It's dope. And also, Jasmine and I used to do this in undergrad all the time. Remember, we used to sit on the couch and we just sit there and talk. We just talk for like a long time. When sometimes we would get into ourselves because a lot of people weren't into, the type of stuff that we're into. So like Jasmine and I really, really related as far as just a lot of stuff, like our major and as far as our spirituality and just, she would help me as far as the things that I was going through at the time. And she would talk to me about stuff too. So yeah, it just all comes together, and I'm excited for our journey, Jasmine.
Right.
And
Yes.
I can't wait to see what the future has for us because I really do feel like that this is going to be a great thing, a real positive thing, and I'm excited to be your business partner.
Yes, of course. So I'm so excited. And like, it's so funny when I think about it because Asia came to me one day. She was like, I have a serious inquiry for you. And I was like, okay. She's like, do you want to start a podcast? I was like, yeah, of course. And at the time I was in this place where I was like really feeling this push to start content creating and start my YouTube channel. And so when she was like podcast, I was like, yeah, it all just ties together. It all goes hand in hand. And we had this idea, we had this thing where it was like, we're gonna be starting this in a month and we're gonna get this and that and this and that. And we started doing it. And I was like, yeah, we're gonna take our time, be intentional, and then when we're ready, we'll put it out. It's gonna come, it's gonna be put together, but we're not gonna rush it, and we're not gonna just put something together just to have something together. So here we are for our first video, and yeah.
And shout out to the people who said that we weren't gonna do this and we weren't gonna make it happen. Okay
and that's on believing in yourself and not listening to what other people have to say.
That's on you don't even have a wristband.
You don't even have one, so you can't even get in.
You can't even get in. You hating outside the club, you can't even get in. Anyway, thank you guys for listening to the Mental Breakdown podcast. You can follow us at TMBD Official on Instagram. We're creating a YouTube channel. It'll be the Mental Breakdown podcast. Sorry, we just getting started, so I'm trying to remember all our handles and everything.
Right. And we'll also be on all streaming platforms too. So
we'll be on all streaming platforms. We're working on that right now. You can follow me at Earth to Asia. Follow my YouTube or subscribe to my YouTube channel, Earth to Asia. Also add me and follow me on Instagram, my wellness brand, earth2asia.wellness. And I think that's all of my stuff because I don't use Twitter or Snapchat or anything like that anymore.
Yeah, and same. I think I already, put my handles in the beginning, but journey.w.jazz is my Instagram and Journey with Jazz on YouTube. So yeah, girl.
We should probably spell it out. That's long.
It is long. We will be uploading this on YouTube though. So we'll just put it all in the description.
We'll put it in there. Yeah, we'll put it in the description. Check us out on Instagram and YouTube, and you'll see it there.
Yeah, and maybe in the future I'll shout out my TikTok when I get it together.
Oh yeah, TikTok. Follow me on TikTok, Earth to Asia. Follow me on everything, Earth to Asia.
I'm so weak.
All right, so that's it. Thanks for listening.
Peace, y'all.
Peace.
Thank you for tuning in to the Mental Breakdown podcast. Please rate, subscribe, review, and follow us on Instagram at TMBD Official. See you next time.